Today, I'm going to be trying to predict the 2024-2025 Super Bowl. Here we go. For the first game, Chargers-Texans, I'm honestly convinced from the bottom of my heart that CJ Stroud is in a sophomore slump, so we're going to go with the Chargers on this one. Next is the Steelers and the Ravens, and I'm sure a lot of people are picking the Ravens, and it honestly makes sense, but I'm honestly convinced that this year, Mike Tomlin will win a playoff game. So for that, I'm going to go with the Steelers. So far, I've gone all underdogs as far as rankings go. But this one, Bo Nix balled out against the Chiefs, but they didn't play any of their starters, and I still think he's really good, but I think I got to go with the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen has just been playing insane. Next, on the NFC, we have the Vikings and the Rams. Honestly, the Rams really, I feel like, only made the playoffs because their division was so bad. So for that, I'm going to go with the Vikings. Next, the Commanders and Bucks. Now, if you'd asked me this a few weeks ago, I would have said Bucks, easily. But after how they played against the Saints, that was all of their starters playing. And to me, it just wasn't enough, so I'm going to go with the Commanders. Next is the Packers and the Eagles. The Eagles, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Jalen Hurts is playing or not. He's still in concussion protocol. But Green Bay has just shown me, just not enough to really get there. So I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one. Next up is the divisional round, where we're going to start on the NFC this time, which is the Vikings and the Eagles. I think the Eagles, honestly, are not that good. I think they have head coach issues, so many issues, although I really do. I kind of like Nick Sirianni, but I'm not totally sure if they've got all the right things there. But I love Saquon. Too much yapping going on, I know. But the Vikings, I think the Vikings have it going on. Sam Darnold's been in a groove, so I'm picking Vikings over the Eagles. Next is the Commanders versus the Lions, and I'm sorry, Commanders fans, I don't even have an excuse for you. Jalen Daniels is playing great. Playing a lot like CJ Stroud last year, really balling out, taking his team really far, especially with minimal talent on the roster. But then you look at the Lions. You guys could beat most teams, but the Lions you guys cannot beat. The Lions are unstoppable this year, so I'm going to go with the Lions. Then on the AFC side, we have the Chargers and the Bills. The Chargers have been good, but they haven't really been great. I think their lack of receivers and run game will definitely show here. So I think we're going to go with the Bills on this one. Oh boy, I love Mike Tomlin, but his run's got to end somewhere, and it ends in the divisional round because the Chiefs are going to literally demolish the Steelers. It will not even be close. I'm talking 45-10. Whoever the Chiefs play, although if they play the Ravens, it'll be closer. But if they play the Steelers, they will absolutely blow out the Steelers. Next is the conference championships. This is where it starts to get really juicy here. We have the Bills and the Chiefs, who I think are easy AFC championship round teams. And the NFC, which where the Lions are totally able to make it. Vikings, not as much. They really struggled against the Lions. And we're going to go with the AFC this time. The Chiefs and the Bills. Oh man, the Chiefs will always find a way. And if they find a way, I guarantee it's going to be because of those dumb little refs. I can almost guarantee it. When I'm reacting to this next year or after the Super Bowl, I'm going to be talking about it, so I think realistically the Bills should win. However, Josh Allen is so inconsistent. He is. Now, he's been way better than worse this year. The past seasons, I don't know, man. Especially, because they'll have to play in Arrowhead or Burrowhead, but they didn't make it this year. That's a struggle, but for me, I'm going to go with the Bills. On this side, the Vikings and the Lions, the top two teams in that division. That division is absolutely stacked. Let me tell you, that NFC with the Vikings, Lions, Bears, and Packers, they're unstoppable. That whole division could beat most teams, other than the Bears, but, whatever. I gotta be honest. Vikings and Lions, to me, you gotta go with the Lions. The Lions have just been so good. I don't understand what Dan Campbell is feeding these guys, but they're all beasts. All their trick plays work. Everything just seems to flow. So for me, I think the Lions are going to get that one easily. The Super Bowl, boys. My prediction for the Super Bowl is the Bills and the Lions. I think that is going to be who makes it this year. Honestly, this is probably most people's picks. I'm not very, what do they call that? Different, I do think at the end of the day, though, the Lions are the favorites. Josh Allen, if he makes it to the Super Bowl, I'm guaranteeing at least 2 or 3 interceptions. He loves to heave that ball deep. He is, to me, he's just terrible in those, it's third quarter, you're down by 20 points, he will just start throwing that ball up in the air. So for me, I think the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. Let me know if this bracket was like way too like easy. I'll redo it with a little bit hotter takes that I think could absolutely happen. So go ahead and subscribe, and right here there's a video. You should go ahead and watch it. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.